Hello. Welcome in, everyone, for another episode of Recap, where we ask the important question, hey, do you like hats? Chat, you got to let me know how my Ben impersonation was there. So Ben is currently in Vegas gambling and smoking up a storm, especially with those Pacers kicking ass right now in the Eastern Conference Finals. But great to see everybody in chat. We have a full and lively chat today with Warrior 408 coming in first with the what up, and then we have S-Man OC. We have JM1620. My name is Eric. DJ Xavier, Dragon, Yoda, M Don. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome in. Great to see everybody. Austin Brody is correct. So great to see everyone. Hope everybody's doing great. We're going to have a very, very unique show tonight. A first ever for the hat community in an official capacity where we will not get in trouble. So that's some great news. And then we have some great hats to show off for you guys. A condensed version, I would say, from what we showed off last week. But this is not a one-man show this week. It is definitely a duo. So let me bring in the co-host himself, Teferi Taylor.
What's going on, everybody? I'd like that. I like that, Austin. Very good Ben impression. I didn't even. I got confused. I didn't know who I was talking to for a minute.
I just need to grow a very grizzly beard.
Not 1000%. You know, you're halfway there. You're halfway there. But chat, yes, I was like, I'm happy to be with you guys. It's another Wednesday. I like hats. That's why I'm here, and I know you guys like hats. And as Austin said, we have a plethora. A multitude, if you will, of hats to show you guys tonight. We're excited to be here. We're excited you chose to be with us on your Wednesday. So shouts out to you guys. See what chat's talking about. Hugh Tefner, Vibe Kanda, what's going on, man? I like that one. That one's kind of cool. Kind of like not T Diddy-esque, but we'll allow it for today.
You didn't even have to bring it up, Tef.
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't even have to bring it up.
Yeah, but what's funny is when the pictures came out for All-Star, Big Show commented on it, and I was just like, in my mind, I wanted to do like the Magic Johnson, like like that meme, but I was just like, it's whatever.
It's there. It's out in the universe.
A smorgasbord Gillionaire, 1000%. The Tefmeister, I like it. His titty now. I don't think I could ever. I don't want to disrespect 2 Chainz, so we'll let him have that. But what's going on, everybody? Leo, what's going on? Elked out, what's going on, my man? Trignosis, what's up? David, what's going on? Best of AZ. Yes, I'm sure Ben is definitely riding the high of his Pacers winning and taking a 3-1 lead over the New York Knickerbockers. But the guys showed fight, last few games. So I wouldn't count the Knicks out yet, but shouts out to them. And I know Ben is extremely happy right now. First time we talk about first things that we're doing on Hat Club. First time Therese Halliburton put up that stat line of basically a 30-point triple-double with no turnovers. So definitely beating the overrated allegations now. Definitely.
Yeah, he definitely is. It's been pretty unbelievable to watch and pretty disappointing to watch from my perspective. So
1000%.
Let's see. I saw who said he was driving. David Kearns said he was tuned in driving. Don't be chatting at the same time. Drive safe. Drive safe.
Yeah,
we got Instagram chat firing up too, so everybody's saying what's up there. But this is a hat show after all, Tef.
It is.
Let's get into some
side sleepers.
There we go. There's another Shaka Brody impression right there. All right, let me get this up
man.
Here.
I don't know how good I was, guys. You guys let me know if I channeled my inner Ben properly. I tried, Ben.
Stefa Brody. All right. So we have the beautiful crossover banner here to start, which we will talk about in a bit. But we'll get to that in just a moment. But in the meantime, we've had some pretty phenomenal hats drop this week. So let's get to showing those off. There's a beautiful Florida Panthers that I saw this today and I almost picked it up. I really like this. I don't know. Something about it is just speaking to me.
Yeah, this was, I think, the most interesting hat in the world. I think when we covered it last week, but
Ah,
but a,
yes,
but a
yes, yes.
but a very, very good hat. I like it as a two-tone. It reminds me of even though a different type of alcoholic beverage.
Yes.
It reminds me of another green bottle thing that we released way back when for our beer pack,
Yep.
for the
I
good state of Houston,
I could see that, but I
or
am
good state
loving
of
the
Texas.
Dose X side patch there.
Yeah.
So 2013 to 1993 for that side patch.
Hmm.
Good gray on this one, black gutter, has that vintage hockey interior label along with a hat club interior label as well. Um,
Hmm.
Good look at that Florida Panther on the front there.
Yep.
Good
And
look at
very
that side
timely.
patch.
They're in the Western Conference, or no, they're in the ECF, right? They're playing the Oilers, right?
Correct. I
Okay.
believe so. I kind of
Yeah.
stopped paying attention to hockey like 4 weeks ago. Only in the watching sense, not in the hat sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. But that is the
No.
Florida Panthers that dropped earlier today.
Eastern. Okay, Eastern.
We also had a very unique Chicago Cubs release on the site today, the guitar playing Cubs. So I have a similar hat for the White Sox. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure when this patch or when this logo released or like came into inception.
Yeah.
But it reminds me a lot of, I don't know if I have it anywhere close. I have a White Sox hat that has
Mhm.
the guitar, like the instead of the bat for the swinging White Sox logo,
Yeah.
it's a guitar. It's a
Mhm.
A-frame 940 that I have from 10 years ago, I want to say. But
Mhm.
this is a very, very good looking crown, and I hope we utilize this logo even more because I think this
There
is sick.
there's a sock playing a guitar. Yeah, that I gotta see that one. I gotta see that hat whenever you do find it, Austin. If not tonight,
Yeah, it's not the
definitely sometime.
Sox playing the guitar. It's like their White Sox batting logo. Um,
Yeah.
it's that logo, but instead of a bat, he has a guitar in his hands. It's pretty sick.
Oh, that's
I gotta find it and I'll show it off on
yeah.
recap next week.
And shouts out to Ola Bode and everybody for giving me a geography lesson because clearly Florida is not in the western part of the country. So thank you guys for getting me right.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah,
Um,
Florida Panthers and Carolina Hurricanes in the East, and Oilers and Dallas Stars in the West.
mhm.
Mhm.
So, all right. So, good looking crown here. All solid navy crown, gray UV, black gutter, hat club interior tag, traditional MLB Batterman on the back, tonal new era flag, red button on this one, but
Mhm.
a solid pickup. If you're in
No,
the
definitely a solid pickup. I know we talked about that last time, and ooh, that teal and black two tone. I know it's for a team that you don't like, Austin, but that poker chip was actually nice too.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Let's get to these White Sox here. So
Hmm.
this one we actually have a two-tone with that navy upper crown, black upper visor, silver for the front logo there, and then the 2005 World Series guitar side patch on this one.
I do like this. I feel like there was a Sox hat that we released. I think it was last year. It was stone, and the socks was actually silver. I think it was a variety pack, and I think it was the Comiskey Park side patch. I think that was
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes, yes,
it,
yes. So
yeah, very
that
nice.
one I don't think was silver on the front. I think it was like a bone colorway on the front because I remember the one that you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I think
was
it
it
was a
was really
bone
really
colorway on the
nice.
front. But yeah, similar color scheme,
Hmm.
but also a great looking crown. The one that was one of the ones that I said that I wish I picked up and I didn't. Ben picked it up. Ben
Yeah.
really
Oh
liked it.
yeah.
Up next, we have a really clean team color Washington National hat, 20-year patch on the side, 2005 to 2025.
Hmm.
Crazy that's been 10 years or 20 years already.
Very crazy.
Um, I remember when that happened, Syracuse was a farm team for the Nationals.
Yeah.
So like that was a pretty big deal. So um,
Hmm.
yeah, so I remember like when they transitioned all that over. But team
Hmm.
colorway on this one, good gray underneath, kind of like a retro on-field type of look to it, but obviously modernized with that
Yeah.
20th anniversary patch there on the side.
You might have given the design team an idea, Austin, because that I would actually like to see I guess that would be I don't know how that would
Like
look,
a
but
remake of Retro On Fields, but they all have patches?
yeah, and I would like to see it like in Syracuse colors. I think that would be interesting. I'd like to see that.
Oh, yes, that would be for
Mhm.
sure. So the one that Tef was talking about that he really likes, two-tone here, New York Yankees, teal and black upper visor, very reminiscent of a top 30 pack.
Yep.
What do we also call it? Copperheads.
Yeah, we did call it
So
copperheads,
I
yeah.
have a Mets hat that looks 20 times better than this one because so and this is a good looking hat. It's got the poker chip on the side, very well executed poker chip, just a god awful team on the front.
I think
So
when we released, I think top 30 last year, I think there was a Chicago Bears, not Chicago Bears, good lord. A Chicago Cubs that released, but it was the actual bear face, not the angry
yep, I
Sandberg. It
remember
was
that.
the other one, and that's the one I picked up. So that's
Okay.
why I looked at it. That's immediately why I called it out.
Yeah. I think I could grab that
Hmm.
magical Mets hat right now.
Magical Mets. I see the alliteration you're using there, Austin.
Oh, maybe I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Yes, he can.
There it is. So, for a little side by side there,
Lemur
this is
Cubs,
from
yes.
uh, the Copperheads pack. We'll do a little side by side here, and let's see if I can do that.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's see.
Just have to change the view to like the
Yeah,
top.
I don't know how it's gonna let me do that, but you can kind of see. So
Yeah.
here's the OG. It seems to be
Ooh.
the very similar colorway there, but
Mhm. I
that's my
like that.
next one. Love that one.
I
All
do
right,
like that, yeah.
back to site sleepers.
Mhm.
So we got that Yankees that drop. That's a good gray. Oh no, this is a pinky.
Mhm.
Oh, did not
Yeah,
realize that. Okay,
that's a very nice touch, and that's an all metallic silver front logo as well. I think this is a really, really nice hat, and I'm not surprised that it's
halfway
partially
cooked.
cooked. Yeah.
Yeah, might be all the way cooked after the show.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, up next, a great New York City team. Not this year, not great, but my New York Rangers with a very, very cool looking crown here with the 1994 All-Star Game side patch. I really like this side patch. Like, I
Yep.
know we pretty much have used it on all of the Rangers hats, but I'm not sick of it whatsoever. Like, this is a
Mm.
beautiful patch.
Yeah, I feel like really, really like it with it's almost like the patch is like kind of mimicking the front logo. Like at this view, it looks like that where like the Statue of Liberty is between the
Mhm.
NHL and the 1994, and then you have the Rangers up there. That's tough. I like that.
Yeah, very, very clean. And then like the alternate colorway for the jersey there with that navy and the red. So I might pick this up. Oh, this is a pinky too. I think I got to
Yeah.
pick this up. I think I got to pick this up once the paycheck hits on Friday. Oh God, we're out of almost every size. So maybe I'll
Yeah.
be picking it up tomorrow. So all right, good looking crown there. And we do
Very
have a
good.
7 1/8. I've been fitting in 7 quarters recently, so that's
Mm,
it's gonna be interesting for me.
facts.
Okay, up next, a beautiful Brooklyn Dodgers, very similar
Mhm.
colorway to what you get on your noggin there, Tef, but
Very, very
you're
similar.
kind of
Yeah.
giving some sneak peeks with yours.
Mhm. A little bit. A
So
little bit.
we have uh, a olive crown. We have the copper front
Mhm.
logo there. 1955 Dodgers side patch for
I'm
this one.
liking this. I like the combination of olive and black. You obviously can't go wrong with that as a color combo, but the all copper metallic script for that Brooklyn is that's really nasty. I like that.
Yeah, it's good work. It's good work. There's a better look at that
Fantastic.
front logo, and there's a better look at that side patch. First world champion Dodgers.
Mhm.
Okay, up next we have a very, very vibrant
Mhm.
light orange crown O's with a brown top visor two-tone here. This patch is very, very nice, very well
Mhm.
executed, like a mix of all sorts of colors in there.
I know the
Um,
community isn't super hyper on yellow crowns all the time, but I mean, like since Pink Lemonade and stuff like that, but this combination of like yellow and brown together is like really, really nicely done. I like that
yeah,
a lot.
I agree. I agree. It feels like a summer crown wearing this
Mhm.
orange.
Yes.
So even though like brown's typically that fall color, like
Mhm.
I think this works very well for summer.
Mhm.
So white interior taping, but a black gutter around it, gray
Mhm.
UV on this one. There's a better look at that front logo. That's just typical white there. And then we have the 30th anniversary side patch here with a mix of all sorts of purples. Uh,
Yeah.
looks like that is kind of looks pewter-ish. I don't
Yeah,
know
it
if it
looks like
is or
pewter
not.
in there. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, this was I want to say yeah, good callback, Chief. I want to say this was Drippy Skylark. Because
Okay.
I remember around this time there was Orioles and then there was also a Yankee that he dropped that was an icy.
Ah, okay.
And it was a NoHo exclusive, so looks like it crept its way onto the website, but
Yeah, it did, and
very,
it's
very
only
cool.
got one size left, so if you're 7 3/8, you're good, otherwise you're kinda fucked. And then, the man himself, was modeling. Let me show off that too. Oh, actually, let's see. Let me show that off to the good people as well. So Tef
Mhm.
did his damn thing with his modeling. Same with Tiana.
Oh, yeah.
Um, when we drop these, let me switch the screen here.
Mhm.
Remove source, share again,
Mhm.
and there we go. There he is, folks. Looking
Yeah,
good in an A frame, I might add.
yep, I feel like that was yeah, like so when we put that together, shouts out to Wire ATL that put this whole, curated this whole shoot together and Gaza as well.
Mhm.
The team just worked really well on it. We were approached, me and Tiana, about the possibility of doing something for the team, or doing something for Hat Club as far as since we're Atlanta ambassadors. Jumped at that opportunity to do it.
Very
It
sweet.
came together really, really well. Shouts out to T right there with all denim. Really, really good hats. Shout out to the design team as well as
Freddie cooked all of these up.
yep. So like shouts out to everybody. Like that's my boy Paper Frank. Shouts out to Frank. Shouts out to everybody that was in the shoot. I was really, really nice to see all of the um just everybody that they grabbed that were like, local, legends to Atlanta, people that, are from here, are based out of here. So it was really good. Big shouts out to the team for putting that together and getting an all Atlanta crew to represent it.
Mhm.
For sure. Shouts out to,
I
my
love
boy
this
Malachi
logo.
and them that, came out and popped out and helped, with the team as well for orchestrating that first, Atlanta pop up and then just everything that's come from that. I mean, Freddie's been cooking up a lot of great things, and I feel like a lot of good stuff was birthed out of that initial Atlanta pop up and everything that we've seen after that. So it was a really cool opportunity to put Atlanta on Front Street, and I'm happy that I was able to be a part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys crushed it. I mean, it was a
Mhm.
very cool shoot, very cool product. Freddie, this is all 2025 All-Star Game side patches. So this is
Mhm.
like Freddie's first iteration of that. So
Mhm.
he did the 3 stars, which I know like caused some panic the last time he did the 3 stars,
Yep.
the 3 stars logo there. So that's about halfway cooked. But this is a khaki crown, green upper visor, green button, and then the gold front logo with a white outline, 3 star logo again. So
Yeah.
I can't tell. I think that's a teal on the outside logo, followed by a
Yeah.
lavender and magenta.
Yep.
So good gray UV, white gutter on this one, black interior taping, tonal new era flag. Oh, there we go. That's a better look at that front logo there. Anyways, so good looking crown. Still available in the smaller sizes, smaller to mid sizes, but there's a good look at that All-Star Game side patch, which you guys will be
Mhm.
seeing even more of in the coming weeks, where like everybody's going to start dropping all their All-Star Game stuff with
Yep.
All-Star Game happening in about a month and a half.
Yep. About a month and a half. July I think it's the 12th through the 15th. I want to say. I
hmm
think so.
hmm Um, so one that I am not shocked that is absolutely cooked is the
Mhm.
Tomahawk uh, logo, graphite and black two tone with it's a pinky one, and then the side patch here I think is like a beautiful execution of this side patch.
Yep.
So again, white gutter but black interior taping, Hat Club interior label on there. But let me get the Tomahawk looks sick like that.
Yeah.
To me, it kind of looks like like Mjolnir, like Thor's hammer, like
Yeah. So when we were doing the modeling, for that, this one actually surprised me the most. As far as like the hats that were available and what we were, going to use. So I think I paired this up with the I'm on my year 95s. So the recent pair that just dropped. It's really nasty in hand. Like that graphite with that black is just it's just right on point.
yeah,
I
and then
definitely think it's Steph worthy for sure. I mean every hat to me is like it's definitely you can get a fit off with it. So um that to me was tough as well. Looks like yeah.
yeah, it
You
does
know
look
what?
like
I'm not mad at
Kratos'
that
axe.
either.
That's a good pull. That's a good
Hmm.
pull, Vibe Conda. And then I want to highlight the patch here because like this is like kind of like a grayscale patch, but then it's got that
Hmm.
pop of the pinky for all of the
Hmm.
text. But it's got like it almost looks like that chain stitch esque stitching around the All Star game. So really, really cool execution there. Shout
Yeah.
out to Freddie on this one, and not surprised that it's cooked.
Hmm.
And then someone said Jacob Fitted says it was sold out earlier, so he must have had some bot order cancellations.
Yep.
So one that Tef wore in modeling, I believe, right? You
Uh,
wore one of these in the photos was the Brave script
yes.
with a brick crown on this one, black
Hmm.
visor. Another really cool execution of the side patch, which we'll get into the details there. This is another pinky, black gutter, black interior taping, Hat Club interior label there. Slightly off tonal New Era flag.
Hmm.
And then the Batterman is pretty cool here with that yellow border to match the front logo, which is a combination of uh, flat gold and navy.
Leo talking about where my calves look like Manny Pacquiao. I'm crying. I'm walking across the street. Yeah. No, that was like, I mean, I think, like I said, I loved all the 5950s. I think I looked at and I was like, man, like you can get fits off with any of these. These are very, very nicely done, well executed. I can't even take Tiana really with her all denim outfit really, really opened my eyes to how versatile this hat is as well. Really, really
Mm-hmm.
clean.
And up next, we have a navy solid crown here with kind of a gradient logo to it,
Mhm.
but it goes dark to light as opposed to like when you typically like it usually goes light to dark.
Mhm.
So like reverse gradient, I guess you could call it. So that
Mhm.
looks like it's metallic gold on the outside there, but very, very cool execution of the side patch. Again, it's very similar to the last hat we showed. Good gray visor on this one, black interior taping with a white gutter. Slightly off on the tonal flag there too. Traditional MLB Batterman on this one. There's a better look at that gradient, that like reverse gradient threading there. So that looks really cool in my opinion. I like that a lot.
Yeah. It kind of gave me a little bit of either either AT aliens or like
Mm,
very slight. I mean, but obviously we've done Oxpac before and we've done Atlanta's and different albums by a specific group that that could correlate color wise to certain albums from a very well known Atlanta group. But yeah, I liked it. I definitely thought I definitely thought AT aliens when I saw the gradient of the front logo for sure.
very, very nice. Very, very nice. I like it a lot.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Up next, we have, and then Tef, I don't know if you're able to keep your eyes on IG chat because I am not
Yeah,
able
I
to.
can. I can. I got
Okay,
you.
cool. So some things that I want to call out that I called out last week on these hats when my power went out, so I had to say it in chat, but I'll say it in person now. But these Atlanta A frames, this one is sick. Like I think I might pick this one up alongside that
Mhm.
Rangers fitted as
Yeah.
well. So this one, I believe, I don't think it's yeah, it's 100% cotton. It's not poly on these. I think most of these were cotton, if I
Mm,
remember
yeah, the
correctly.
fitteds were cotton. I wanna say that these were poly, but
This
I
one is
can't.
cotton as well.
It's
So
cotton
I
as
know
well?
that
Okay,
this one
cool.
for sure is cotton.
Yeah, I think
Um,
all of the 5950s for sure were cotton. I think that's what surprised me too because they weren't floppy and flimsy like cotton. So I don't know if it's a different blend or material that New Era was using, but if I looked at it from a distance and I didn't look at the label, it looked a lot like a poly based off
mhm.
how it's shaped and even it wears when you put it on your head.
Yeah. Very, very good two tone off white crown here. black visor, the black New Era flag, and then also this side hit of MLB, which is what I want to call out. So this isn't probably going to happen ever again. So something that kind of snuck through and like was kind of something that traditionally won't happen is the MLB Batterman on the A frame, because the MLB Batterman is traditionally reserved for like the official on-field stuff when it comes to fit. It's like that's what New Era's rights are to it. I'm not sure. They were trying to explain it to me when we were in when I was in Buffalo like a month and a half, 2 months ago, about the where the placement is. But like I guess the placement is the main thing here for the MLB Batterman on the back. Like we probably won't see it on the side here again. So that could be end up being a little bit of a collector's item. That could change, obviously, like if like rules change. But from what my understanding was, that this was kind of a cool little sneak feature that this had it on the side there. So
Yeah, I even think for Atlanta, I don't even think any of those actually had the Batterman on the side of the adjustable feature. So I think, yeah, definitely a collector's item for sure.
yeah. Another A-frame 940. So this one is navy and khaki with a good gray visor on this one. Really, really solid everyday wear. Gold and white for that front logo there. Again, with the MLB Batterman on the side. Tri-stars as well. So not just for that singular A logo, it can also be done in the script. So
Very, very solid. Very reminiscent of my alma mater's colors. Go Jackets. Shouts out to Georgia Tech. But yeah, very, very nice hat. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised when we came to, model these hats. Like any of the hats I picked up, I was like, oh, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this either. Oh wow, this actually looks really cool. And that was a pleasant surprise, doing that. So
And
that's
one that
something.
I'm liking it for this one is the execution of the flat stitching on this.
Mm,
So this one with the brick crown green upper visor, always a clean colorway when we do that.
mhm.
Really like the side patch here, but then the front logo is what I want to focus on with that flat stitching. Came out super clean.
Yeah, I think, like I said, a lot of the embroidery and attention to detail, even on like the stitching for like the side patches for these, was very A1. They fit comfortable. Like I said, of the A frames, definitely the Flamin' A was my favorite. But this was also one that Tiana wore when we were in that location for that shoot. That I looked at, I was like, man, that's a really nice one too. I like how that came together.
Mm-hmm. Good work, Freddie.
Hmm.
Last but certainly not least, we had another A-frame 940, but a trucker style on this one. And then the Braves script with the Stars logo there, but black and white. Let's see. This one is front panel is 100% cotton.
Hmm.
Mid and rear panels are polyester for that mesh. So very clean crown, another everyday wear, very 4th of July esque,
Yep.
very appropriate for the time frame of MLB All Star. So
Yeah, very reminiscent of if you're from the land of Stankonia, that might be a hat for you. Just saying. Just saying.
all right, and then we had another evergreen color story drop, which is a mix of navy and black. We went
Hmm.
through those last week. Solid colorway. Obviously, the best one in the pack.
Clearly.
So, but we won't go through those individually, or else we'll be here for forever. So
Hmm.
that, folks, is
Side sleepers.
there we go.
Yeah, man. So, big shouts out to everybody that put that together. And things that we would like to keep you guys aware of. I don't know if you guys have been canvassing or watching the Hat Club page, but we have a giveaway going on right now, flights and fitteds.
Yes, let me pull
Um,
that up real quick.
yeah, so like definitely for those of you guys that are not familiar with the contest, it's an opportunity or a chance for you to get the chance to win a trip for two to either the New York City, if you don't know, that's Hat Club NoHo, the flagship store on the East Coast, or to LA, Melrose Hat Club LA, which is the flagship on the West Coast. you could get a $500 shopping spree to the flagship store and $500 cash. I don't know about you guys. That sounds like a fantastic and amazing deal to me.
Mhm.
Um, if you've all, it's like if you wanted to meet a real life celebrity like Chief on the West Coast, this might be an opportunity for you. Or if you want to hang out with my guy Q, Josh, and A1 and everybody that's on the East Coast, this is a great chance for you as well. So I think this is a great contest. I wish that I didn't, it wasn't a conflict of interest if I won, but I think for everybody else who is entering and has a chance to do it, highly recommend that you do it. Read the rules,
Yep.
run through it. A lot more programming to come for that, but definitely wanted to highlight that and spotlight that because that's a big deal, and definitely sign up.
Yes, and all you have to do is just like Tef said, follow the 3 accounts, share the post to your stories, uh, tag who you're taking in the comments, and then we're gonna
Hmm.
keep reposting this. So this is gonna end on. We're gonna announce the winner on the 16th.
Yeah.
So you have up until like the 15th at 11:59 p.m. to enter.
Hmm.
So we'll keep reposting it to our stories. And it's in the link in our bio as well to sign up for this. So get your entries in, get your family following us, the whole nine, friends and family, and let's see let's see who wins. I'm interested to
Exactly.
see
I'm excited,
where the
man.
person is coming from that wins.
Yeah, 1000%. Like I said, man, it's a great opportunity. It's a great chance. But Bennett's pulling up with me. Hey, man, listen, if you want me to be your plus one, well, who am I to
There
tell
we
you
go.
no? But speaking of plus ones, this week you're not just getting one hat, you're getting two. And I think that something that a word that we've been wanting to say for a very, 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 very long time, and we've not been able to say is crossover.
Hell yeah.
So this is a very historic day. If you've ever heard us use the words cool fashion or anything else like that to really get around it, there were licensing reasons and things from a new era perspective as to why we couldn't say it. So this is why this
Right.
pack for me, and I think for Austin and for everybody is a really, really big monumental moment for us to be able to say this officially. So
Mhm.
crossover pack. Premise of the pack is you're getting two hats instead of one. The idea is essentially a NHL and an NBA. And we're going to get into that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 different styles of these. So we're going to go through them. So I wanted to
Let's
show you
let's
guys the
check out
box.
that packaging a little bit more, Tef.
Yeah.
So,
So the
um,
box. Hmm.
yeah, so that NBA and NHL combined logos there, crossover logos, Hat Club and New Era on the side, obviously. So definitely a collector's item, and this will be for every single hat. Just don't absolutely destroy it like how Tef just did. So, but so this will be included with every single purchase. So, like Tef said, you will need to purchase 2 hats in order to get this collection. So that's part of like the licensing agreement with the NBA and NHL. Is like kind of how they were able to come together on this. Is like, hey, we want to like everything has to be co-branded and everything has to be like together on this. So we were on board with that. Best of AZ price is 110, and
Yep.
I imagine you should have free shipping because our free
Hmm.
shipping is orders of 75 or above.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that would automatically deduct that shipping there. So you will
Hmm.
get both hats, and you have to get the team that you are like is
Mhm.
the crosstown team essentially. So
Exactly.
if you're getting Boston Bruins, you have to get Boston Celtics. You can't do Boston Bruins and New York Knicks. Like that just can't happen. So
Hmm.
that's like one of the rules. And then you can't do multiple sizes, which was something that I asked the e-commerce group today. We just don't have the tech to make that happen. And I think it also skews up or like screws up the actual quantities. And like
Yep.
there would be like there'd end up being a scenario where like we'd be out of like a 1/4 in the Bruins, and then like people are fucked at that point. So you
Yeah.
have to order the same size for both.
Hmm.
So and it will just be like you have the one size drop down option, but
Yep.
Very, very clean, very cool looking crowns, which Tef will get into right now.
Yep, exactly. So as Austin said, these will be 110. Austin, will these be exempt from them being able to use rewards points on, like at least on launch day?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I haven't had any. I will follow up with the team on that, but I haven't
Mhm.
heard anything about that. So
Okay, so guys, put a pin in that. We will have an answer for you guys. I'm sure either Ben or one of us will probably go to Twitter to talk about it. Well, Ben is on vacation, so we'll probably try to we'll try to get back to you guys about that. But normally on release day for most hats, they don't typically allow you to use rewards. It normally has to be, I think, a 24 to 48-hour period after the release day. But
yeah.
again, 110, you are getting 2 hats, so we're not charging you. Tariffs have not put us up that high, but essentially it's just the cost of 2 hats together, um, at $55 a piece. So yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to show these as duos because this is how they're going to come to you
Mhm.
in the box. So I'm not going to show you guys one and then the other and try to make you guys figure out which one is which. So first up, we're going to start off with the Boston Celtics. So here we have a great Boston Celtics crown. You have a off-white. This is not chrome. This is not optic white. This is off-white, dome color, black top visor, black button. You have a good front logo here for the Boston Celtics. These are also plain Janes. Also something
Mhm.
that we probably didn't talk about before, but these are plain Janes. You have that good, very beautiful tonal new era flag right there, your Batterman, or where your Batterman would be. You have the Celtics logo that's also in a similar color that we see in the front. So you have that metallic, really, no, it's not metallic gold. It's more of like that maize
The
yellow
flat
with the
gold. Yep.
white and black. And then gray UV, black guts. You also have the Hat Club badge on the inside. And this one has the NBA because obviously it's an NBA team.
Mhm.
And I believe all of these will be made in China. These are all 100% polys. And like I said, this Boston Celtic is in the colors of the Boston Bruins. Like I said, NBA, NHL crossover. So,
Yep.
Ben, there you go.
And shout out to Justin on this one. He cooked up this whole pack, beautifully executed. And then there are reasons why, like, we don't have specific teams because, like, the teams had to come into agreement on everything too. So that was a
Yeah.
big deal. So, like,
Yeah.
Tef is out of luck for Atlanta because those teams couldn't get along. So they wouldn't.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
And
like
that was
that was it.
that's a story for another time. But yeah, like I said, this Boston Celtics is a plain Jane. Next up, another great UV. We have the Boston Bruins, and essentially Boston Celtics colors. So here on the side patch, you got the Boston Bruins 50th anniversary right here of NHL. That front logo, the front logo here for me of this Boston Bruins goes crazy. I
I think
really,
this
really
is
like how this was executed, and I now see why Ben said what he said last episode about you may hate the Bruins, but this crossover just came together well. You have the
yeah,
NHL shield with the 5 black stars above
yeah,
it, black with that essentially, I guess you could say orange color for the basketball for the Celtics. Like I said, gray UV, black guts, hat club badge on the inside, and I believe that's the vintage hockey on the black
yeah.
sweatband, made in China.
Yeah, this is honestly definitely in my top three.
Yeah.
So like I love that hat.
Yep. That's our first duo. So next up, Grambo, this one is for you. I know I just knew that this one might be the one for you. Just trying to get this errant little piece of paper, wherever that came from, out of it. So next up, we have gray UV Dallas Stars. So obviously the blue in here
Mhm.
is a metallic blue. You
Mhm.
have the Dallas Stars, like I believe this is yeah, this is a metallic silver. So this is so you have white for the Dallas Stars, you have the metallic blue for the star inside, you have green for the Dallas side patch here. You have the 20, yep, the 2020 seasons or 20th anniversary for the Dallas Stars right here. For the back, you have that very good metallic, and then you also have, I believe that's black interior for the shield, and then that's all white 5 stars up top. Black UV, black guts. You also have that vintage hockey badge on the sweatband with the hat club badge, made in China. And this is Kelly Green. Yes, this is Kelly Green. And I'll kind
Yeah,
of
and I don't think you can blame Grambo for hyperventilating right now. Tricky
yeah.
artist. So like this crown is beautiful. So
Yep, very, very well executed. I like obviously this is a tribute to the Dallas Mavericks colors. So you have that the royal blue with the green, which was like Pistol Pete, Maverick era. And then
mhm.
obviously we have like the Finley, era, which was the white with the I think white with the royal blue unis as well. But I like that we went this route with the navy, the green, and the navy and the Kelly green. And then obviously you can't have one without the other. So next up we have the
Damn.
got this Dallas Mavericks to me just goes crazy as far as just like from a front logo perspective. So here you have that. So front logo here, you have that metallic gold. You also have that green in here, metallic green. It looks like it's like some metallic green in there as well. This is a plain Jane, so no side patch on this. But the back hit here for the Mavs, that goes
That's sick.
insane. I really, really like how this hat came together. Um, Gray UV, black guts, hat club badge on the inside. This one actually, yeah, and it does have the NBA on that sweatband, made in China. Yeah,
I
and
mean,
I'm sorry, Grambo. I forgot that you guys are still in mourning over Nico's decision. So my bad, but very, very good crossover pack together. Definitely in my one of my favorites. It's like so I'm crying. So that's number 2. So next up for number 3, we have I think this was gonna make you happy.
yes,
Um
sir.
So next up, we have the New York Rangers in Knicks
Yes.
colors. So
Yes.
orange and blue skies, baby. So this is actually navy. So your eyes are not deceiving you. This is more of that Knicks blue with the Knicks blue top button. Interior here, you have the New York Rangers logo. So you have that orange, you have that blue. You have like, man, this hat really looks crazy in person. Looks crazy in hand. Then on top of that, on the side patch,
What
we
color
have
is the
the
All-Star game like lettering? Is it iris?
No, so it's white. The
Okay.
screen I think is kind of distorting it, but the actual Statue of Liberty here is metallic silver. Then you have the orange and the blue for the skyline of New York. And then everything else here, like the outline down here where the New York is, that's metallic silver. And you also have white in there for the New York.
Yep.
And yeah, it's like it doesn't look too far off of their regular colors, Trignosis, but I really like how this came together. You got
Yeah.
that metallic
But I
silver.
mean, for myself, this is
Mhm.
actually a perfect one because it can be the Knicks or it could be another New York-based team as well.
That it can be. That it can be. So you have the royal blue up here. You also have the metallic silver outlining that, and you have the that safety cone orange in there with the blue. So very, very nicely executed. Well done. Gray UV, black guts, hat club badge on the inside. And I believe that is the NHL instead of the vintage on this
Mm.
one. Made in China. Cool.
Hmm. And you know what I've seen a few people in Discord and then just like across the interwebs talk
Yep.
about on this is that they're planning like buying each other's like if they don't want like a certain team from theirs like they're trying to match it up. That was a pretty cool thing to see like coming out of this pack.
For sure. And then next up, obviously, Knicks aren't doing too hot right now in their series with the Pacers, but a very, very nice, really well executed crown in the New York Rangers colors. So here, the drop shadow here. So this looks, I'm trying to see if it is metallic silver. I think it might be. Yeah, it looks like it's metallic silver actually in there for the Knicks. You have that red in there as well with the
Hmm.
navy blue. You have that red top button. This is a tonal navy crown, people. So like make sure I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can see the colors properly. This is also a plain Jane as far as no side patch. You have you have your tonal new era flag on this side. And even though it doesn't have a side patch, it does have it does have the Knicks secondary logo right here. So you obviously have the Knicks here in those same colors. So the Knicks is in that red. You have that blue outlining it for the basketball, and then you have that metallic silver. It looks, or no, that's white. Excuse me. So it's white outlining that. I don't think this is glow in the dark. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong, but gray UV, black guts, NBA badge on the inside with hat clip badge, made in China.
Hmm.
Very, very tough.
Beautiful.
Very, very solid
Beautiful.
everyday wearable. I would say like this duo right here is a very solid everyday wearable. If you got the Cat 4s, if you got the Nick 3s, definitely, any type of New York shoe, Kith Air Force Ones, there's a lot of good things you can do with that duo as well.
Hmm.
So next up, we go to the land of Chicago.
Yeah, this
So
one's like
here,
almost like a subtle crossover.
very, very subtle crossover. I
I
feel
like
like the yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but I like it, just like with like these subtle hints of green.
Yeah, so I think that the hits of green are really, really. It reminded me of I think it was their either St. Patrick Day uniforms or Nate Robinson when he was in the dunk contest with the Kryptonite. So that kind of reminded me of that as well. But Here you got the traditional Bulls logo with the green horns on top. Then here you have the flag of the city of Chicago on the side. On the other side, you have a tonal new era flag right here. Very beautiful, I might add. And then your batterman, or your batterman would be, you have the spell out of Chicago on the back with green interior. You have a gray UV, black guts, Hat Club badge on the inside with the NBA badge also on the sweatband. Made in China.
Dope.
No, this isn't optic white. This looks to be like off white.
It's off white. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll kind of on camera because of the light, it kind of looks the same. It's the same as that color. So
Yeah.
good. So there you go. So that's part one, and then part two, another kind of subtle crossover to his point. And no green button on that. It's a black button. So next up, we have the Chicago Blackhawks here, pretty much in that primary red and black.
Mhm.
I do actually like the fact that we kept the face of the Chicago Blackhawk mascot itself, that tan, color
Mhm.
essentially, with the green hits as well. For the side patch, we obviously have the Stanley Cup champion side patch that you guys have seen on the Mitchell and Ness pack, variety packs in the past. Um, Tonal black new era flag for the NHL shield. You basically have that black, you have that red, and it looks to be, yes, that is metallic silver that's outlining the shield of the NHL. Let me
Dope.
give it back so it can focus. Come on, camera. Do your thing. Focus.
I think
Right.
it's trying to focus in on your hand.
It is, and
Yeah.
that's annoying. But anyway, yes, you can see that's a silver outline for that, black and red. Bam. And that's your second duo. Like to Austin's point, I feel like this one is definitely the most subtle.
Mhm.
Definitely the most subtle. So next up, we have we're taking it up to DC real quick.
Mhm.
The Capitals, Washington Capitals here. Very, very nice
Mhm.
patch. You have that. Obviously, you have the red and you have that more of a lighter blue representing the Bullets. That was what they used to be called before they were the Wizards.
Mhm.
Reminded me of that. Those unis. So you have the Washington Capitals. So you have the same blue matching the top visor right there. Gray UV, black guts. Side patch on this side is definitely going to be Capitals, so 30th anniversary or 30 seasons or for the Capitals. For your NHL shield, you have that navy, you have red, and you have the 4 stars above it. Very, very nice. Really well done. Gray UV, black, black sweatband, and black guts. You have Hat Club badge on the inside with the vintage hockey. Made in China.
Ain't a damn thing wrong with it.
And
And
then
then
next up,
this one's nice. This one's real
yeah.
nice.
So this one also, I think, even though it's subtle, tonal black hat is not anything really wrong with it. Here you have the actual colors in there. So you have that light blue, you have the metallic copper on the inside. I think that's my favorite detail about this hat, the metallic copper on the inside of that circle and the sphere. You have the Washington
Mhm.
that is white stitched. There's black in there, there's metallic copper, and then there's white. No side patch on there, so it's a plain Jane, but you have a tonal black New Era flag. And on the batterman, you have the District
That's
of
sick.
Columbia. That's
That
really that. Yeah.
that sets it off.
Yep, that district and being an all copper, very, very tough hit. I like the fact that like on the hats that don't have any side patches, which I think were like the Mavs, and then I think also the Celtics. I like the fact that Justin and the team really went this route. Very, very
Mhm.
also gray UV, black guts, NBA badge, and Hat Club badge on the sweatband, made in China.
Yeah. Shout out to Joss. He absolutely crushes pack.
Yeah, just went crazy for sure. Chat's been jonesing for me to show a specific team out in the Bay or some teams out in the Bay some love. So
These ones
maybe
in hand are crazy.
maybe I just knew that question was coming, but here we are. We have the Golden State Warriors. Now that I'm just gonna tell you right now, the interior of that, the Bay with that orange and those, yeah, that's nasty. Then this one does have a side patch, so it has the Golden State logo here on the side patch. Your batterman is also going to be a tonal teal on this side. And then here, Golden State Warriors. I know that it doesn't have the back hit that a lot of the others that we've shown, but I think with just what's going on with the front logo and the side patch, this deserves to be subtle. I like
Yep.
that. Gray UV black guts, obviously NBA badge and Hat Club badge on the sweatband, made in China. So this is part one. And then part two, Somebody said it's Shark Week. I don't know. I guess it still is Shark Week. But
I'm not mad at this though. This one is sick.
yeah, so like I really like the choice of going metallic blue, the yellow eye here, this like very vibrant royal. Then you have black on the top visor, black on the top button. The 10 on here on this side patch just looks immaculate. You could see the metallic silver in there dancing, going crazy. Obviously, this is you have that maize yellow, and there's actually silver writing in here as well
Mm-hmm.
for the 10th. Like so that
Mm-hmm.
10th is all written in metallic silver. And then I really like this back hit.
Yeah.
I really, really like how it came together. The Sharks written out or spelled out the way that it is. Then you have gray UV, black guts. You have the NHL on this side of the sweatband. Hat Club in there, black guts, made in China.
Pilo, stock is pretty good on all these. So like I would expect a few teams to sell out, just given like how hard these go. Like this
Mhm.
San Jose, I have a feeling San Jose and Golden State might be the ones that sell out pretty quickly. But like you guys should be all right, I think.
Yep. We got a few more to go. I think we're halfway through the stack, but we're making good time. I'm not seeing anybody complaining. So next up,
Right.
we have the Colorado Avalanche. And this one right here, I know a lot of people were talking about the Denver crossover being their favorite. And I'm going to be real with you. I do not blame them. This hat is crazy. You have that
Really?
essentially that blue gray metallic in there. You have like red. You got that yellow, that real hit of maize. This is just really, really good color theory at work with that front logo. Navy crown. You have more of that burgundy top visor and top button. Then on the side patch, we obviously have the 2001 Stanley Cup side patch here. Just looking at this dance is just crazy in real time. The actual Stanley Cup is also that metallic blue gray stitching.
That's sick.
And I think the other metallic that's in here is also silver in the actual rays that are coming out from it. Um, Back hit, obviously, you have that combination of maize, navy, and red, and outlining the shield in metallic silver. You got a gray UV, black guts. You have the NHL badge on the inside of that sweatband, hat club, gray UV, like I said, made in China.
That's dope.
Yeah, yeah, that is extremely clean. And if you like that one, then you'll also like this one. This actually came out very, very, very tough. I like the fact that we went two tone on this. We have off white, again, chrome white if you want to be very GCP specific. We
Mm-hmm.
also have more of that, again, that burgundy on the top visor, burgundy on the top button. Give you guys a close up look at that front logo. That's really, really nicely done, really, really nicely executed. This is a plain Jane, so nothing on this side, but we do have a tonal New Era flag on the opposite side. And then this
Oh.
now
Oh.
now that back hit is a little bit giganto, but I do actually like it. I do like it. It basically mirrors the front logo. Really, really tough. And this is raised, so this is not flat stitched.
That's dope.
So really, really nice detail. Like I think that's one of the few raised ones that I've seen so far. But gray UV, black guts. Obviously, you have the NBA badge next to the hat club badge and the black sweatband. White taping, even though it's black guts on this. Made in China.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So this is, like I said, that's your Colorado duo right there, or your Colorado crossover, if you will. Next up, we're going to the City of Angels, man. That's I think where we're headed. So I'm gonna show this one off first because I think this one is gonna get the crowd going pretty quickly. So
Mm-hmm.
first up, we have the Los Angeles Kings with obviously the LA Lakers colors on it. Now, one thing I really, really like about this hat is the interior of that is all metallic silver, ladies and gentlemen. That's all metallic silver. You have the yellow outlining that with the black. And this side patch right here is disgusting. That LA side patch is nasty.
Yeah, it is.
I like this a lot. Obviously, you have the purple crown, black top visor, yellow button. I think was a nice hit off and set off for that. You have that on the side for your side patch. You have that tonal purple for the New Era flag. Then going to the shield, you have that essentially that black and yellow. It's like black and yellow for not Taylor Gang, but for
Is that
the
yellow or is that orange?
for the Lakers. Gray UV, black. No, this is actually yellow or like more of like a not a what is it? The color mangold or something like that. Like almost like a it's definitely a lot darker than the yellow that's up here. It's a little bit more macaroni and cheese to go into my Crayola
Okay.
64 box of colors. Like it's more of
Okay.
that macaroni and cheese type of color. Then you have black obviously for the base of the NHL, and then yellow for the double outline of the badge. Gray UV black sweatband, hat club tag on the sweatband, made in China.
Yes, the everybody in chat talking about the Suns and uh what was formerly known as
Mm,
the Phoenix Coyotes, like RIP. Yeah, that would have been dope for you
yeah,
guys.
that
Wish
would
we
have
could have
been
made it happen.
facts. And then obviously next up, got to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers here. I
This
really,
one's
really like the simplicity and the minimalness of this hat. This full front LA logo is all metallic silver. You have a gray top button here, but it's a tonal black crown. So black crown, black visor, black top visor, gray UV, marigold, like one of the documents. Okay, got you. Tonal black, tonal black. That would be interesting. I'd like to
mm-hmm,
see that if we can make that happen.
mm-hmm.
So then here you have the tonal flag, and then here, obviously, we've been talking about the different NBA teams with their back hits, but this Los Angeles Lakers, again, it may not seem like oh my god over the top, but I really like how simple and just clean cut this hat is. You have the primary logo for the Los Angeles Lakers as your back hit. So like I said, gray UV, black guts, hat club badge on the inside with the NBA on the sweatband. This is going to be made in China. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the front of this metallic silver, back of this all metallic silver as well.
So what I love about that logo choice that Justin did for that LA Lakers hat is
Hmm.
just the fact that like it matches up with the Kings front logo script like text.
It does. It does.
So
1000% does.
yeah, like
And
it,
before people get on me and say, "Oh, Tef, you said it's all metallic silver." So the interior of the basketball for the Los Angeles Lakers back hit is metallic silver. The outline of the patch itself is white.
mm-hmm.
I have not taken any of these to see if they glow in the dark, so I don't believe that they do. I don't think that that was a detail that we had, but
Yeah,
if
I haven't heard anything about that. And then
no.
just quickly to talk about Leov's comment with any chance
Mhm,
of NFL and NBA crossover. I'd love to see it. And
mhm,
to be perfectly honest with you, that would probably be a scenario that could potentially happen. Like
mhm,
the NBA is very open to new ideas, new things, and the NFL is pretty open to new ideas and new things, like much more than they used to be.
mhm,
So I think there would be a chance of like having those conversations with those two leagues. I think that could be something that could work out. So
mhm.
now, unfortunately, my Bills probably wouldn't be a part of that, but you never know.
No, exactly. Like I think, like you said, with the good part is everybody's open to collaboration, and that definitely is what
Hmm.
matters. So, Big Show, I don't know where you are. You've been asking for Philly Flyers. We got you here, buddy. So obviously we have the Philadelphia Flyers in these Philadelphia 76ers colors. Very, very good front logo here. So yes, the outline of this is going to be a metallic silver. You have, the red. I thought that this red was metallic red, but I think it just looks to be more like just front door red or whatever the color is there.
Hmm.
But you have white on the interior, but it's completely outlined by metallic silver. The side patch here is definitely where things get real trippy. So you have the metallic blue for the star inside star that's behind the actual Philadelphia Flyers logo. You also have, I think, some hits of metallic silver in the wings as well here with this. Um, Back hit here again, kind of like the other NHL shields that we've seen. Metallic outline around the NHL. You have royal, that royal metallic blue in there, but you also have that red and the white for the NHL. This is a gray UV, black guts, hat club badge, and NHL badge on the inside, made in China. I'm gonna leave this on the screen so when Big Show goes back and looks at this, he can say like, "Wow, they really did show the Philadelphia Flyers some love." So
No,
that's
that
number
one I love that one, honestly.
yeah, definitely in my top. And then obviously
This
gotta
one I
talk
like
about
this one a little more though. Like
yeah, the
this one, yeah.
76ers here, especially with the shattered backboards coming out this year. This is just like and it's a basketball because I know normally most people would go for the Philadelphia Flyers because of the color, but now you can actually do it with a basketball, which I think is tough.
Hmm.
So you have the Philadelphia outline in that outer circle in the orange, and then on the interior you have the 7 that's orange and the Sixers that's black. This is also outlined in like a metallic silver as well. This is a plain Jane, so no side patch on this. We do have a tonal new era flag on that side. And here the filla is all in. So the jersey script or the jersey spell out, I guess, if you will, is all orange to match the top button as well. Gray UV, black guts, at club and NBA badge on the sweatband. Made in China, and that's your Philly duo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Top 22.
Basically. So we're coming to the end of the road, and I saved the one that I think a lot of people are gonna go crazy for last. But this one in hand is also really, really tough as well. So we've been talking about this team as well as possibly something that we could do with a scary, spooky season later on in the year. But we have the Minnesota Wild here in the actual Minnesota Timberwolves colors, and this hat just it. I'm gonna let Grambo say it because I can't say it like how Grambo says it, but very, very tonal, good hat. This is more of like that light navy. So on the interior of that, obviously you have that green that's really reminiscent of the more recent iterations of the Timberwolves logos. I think the outline of this is also metallic silver in the outline. Side patch, we have that all-star game here. Very, 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 very nicely executed patch with the color blocking and where the colors are placed. Shouts out to Jess again on that. Very, very crazy. And then here you have obviously the green, you have the navy, and you also have the metallic silver that's outlining the shield. You have a gray UV, black guts. Obviously, we have the hat club and the NHL on the sweatband. Yeah, the Rays logo on this gives this hat a lot of character. I love it. If it weren't for the fact that we were doing, just because we were having the conversation about NFL, NBA crossovers, this definitely looks like a Seahawks if I've ever seen one. But I really, really like how this was executed with the Minnesota Timberwolves colors for the Minnesota Wild. Very rarely do you have a team that has a mascot that essentially is likened to the NBA team that it's being crossed over to. So I thought that was a really nice touch. And then next up, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves, which I really, really, really like this a lot.
That front logo looks awesome.
Yeah, this like it's almost like a red moon or a blood moon almost that the Timberwolf is howling to. So I just thought that was a really, really tough detail. You have that olive color up top. You have almost that infrared for the top color and the top button up top. Give you guys a real good close up at that logo. That is monstrous. That looks very Christmas, but I don't know. Like I could see this actually being worn during spooky season. I could see somebody wearing this for horror pack just because of
Yeah,
the red
for
basketball
sure.
being
Yeah,
like
it
a blood
gives a
moon.
lot of fall vibes to me too. Yeah.
Exactly. So then here you obviously have the tonal color that's the same color as tonal new era flag that's the same color as the crown color. Back hit to me here is just insane. I love that. I really, really love how that
Looks
came
like a
together.
tomato.
Yeah, it looks like a tomato, or it reminded me of the Pixar ball. If the Pixar ball
Oh yeah,
had,
yeah,
had,
I can
this,
see that.
had that. So gray UV like the others, black guts. Obviously, we have the hat club badge or the NBA badge on the black sweatband, made in China.
Yeah, the
This,
wolf, the wolf logo, I think is just what does it for
yeah,
me. Like
and
I
that.
think exactly what you said with like kind of like a blood moon for the
Mm-hmm.
basketball with the wolf. Like yeah,
Yeah. I could see this one flying first, respectfully. I could definitely see that. I could see this one flying first. This combo was really, really tough. And the face of the Timberwolf is metallic silver, it looks like. So all of that in there, that's metallic silver.
that's dope.
Shouts out to Just, man. He killed it. And last but certainly not least, I almost feel like it's sacrilegious that I'm talking about these next couple of teams, and Ben is not here.
I know. All
But
these years and like Ben being the jersey guy for
mhm,
like collecting everything, and he
exactly.
misses the one show that is
Yeah.
like built for him.
I know that he's probably in his feelings about, his team getting bounced from the NHL playoffs, but we're going to show these guys off first. This
Mhm.
Toronto Maple Leafs right here in the Toronto Raptors colors is just I didn't know that I needed this in my life, but I definitely do. Off-white crown color, black top visor, black button. Toronto Maple Leafs here. So you have the red, and then you have I think this is all. No, this is not. It doesn't look like it's metallic red. It just looks like it's like more of a front door red. This is a raised front logo. Toronto Maple Leafs in black, and stitching on the inside of that leaf. The side patch here is disgusting. So the
Yeah,
fill
yes.
out from that leaf is all metallic silver.
That's sick.
That's really, really crazy. I love that detail.
That's sick.
Yep. It's like this is extremely clean. Tonal white off tonal optic white. No, excuse me, tonal
Off white.
chrome white, pardon me. New Era logo. The back hit here for the NHL with the colors. I mean, again, the Toronto Raptors don't have a lot of quote unquote colors, but I like the fact that we went with that white and that red as well. Gray UV black guts like the rest. You have the vintage hockey on the sweatband with the Hat Club badge. That is going to be made in China, ladies and
See,
gentlemen.
I was surprised when we had this one come out because or when I was showing this one, I thought for sure Just was gonna try and go classic
Like the
purple
purple with the
on this
infrared.
one.
And
Yep.
I'm not mad at this that he actually chose like the North jerseys that they
Yep.
did. Like I'm
Mhm.
not mad at that
I'm
choice.
not either. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like no, you know why they probably didn't do that? Because we had the Toronto Blue Jays when we had to call them cool fashion now.
Yeah.
And we did the actual traditional colors that you
Right.
would see on the Raptor 7s or even the Raptor 4s. So that's part one. Yeah, shouts out to the embroidery team. They were working OT on this. They were going crazy. And then last but certainly not least, all blue
This
Toronto
one,
Raptors.
that's dope.
This is crazy. Like something about just how the light is hitting the actual Raptor scratch in the middle of the basketball on this Toronto Raptors front logo is just mind-boggling to me. The white top button, very, very nice hit as well. And here we have the side patch. This is metallic blue, guys. So this is not just this is more of like a royal blue. This blue is a little bit darker, but obviously it has a little bit more shine to it. This is white, and then you obviously have the red Canadian leaf down there. Give you guys just another chance to just bask in this front logo. Very, very
Mhm.
nice. Obviously, here we have the tonal New Era flag on the side. Like I said, white top button. This one actually has no back hit on it at all, and I'm not mad at that decision at all. I think this hat just does enough. We don't need any more on it. So you have black guts, obviously you have NBA, and you have the Hat Club on the sweatband. Black guts, gray UV, and that's going to be made in China, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Gillionaire. This was like a full-fledged process of getting the leagues involved to make this happen. So huge shout out to New Era, huge shout out to the leagues. This is exactly what the people wanted. I can't wait. And hopefully, what I also hope? I hope the teams that couldn't get along get a little FOMO out of this and
1,000%.
and put on their big boy pants and let us drop the rest of the teams in the league for this one.
Yes. So we didn't talk about, drop dates, but obviously since we have it, loaded up on the loading page or the landing page for Hat Club as well as the app, these will be dropping tomorrow. And remember, guys, these are sold as packs of 2. So there are 22 hats here. And so you're going to get these as packs of 2. They're $110. Available on hatclub.com, Hat Club app, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go get yours. I don't even think I could do a top 3 if I wanted to. I just think that all of these have design elements that I love about them. This is just a really, really well.
I think I can do a top 3.
You can do a top 3? Okay.
I
If
think
you
I
do a
can do
top
a
3,
top
Austin, I'll do a top 3.
I'm gonna go. Let me go backwards on this one. So actually, Knicks Rangers is actually in my 3 spot.
Okay, so Knicks Rangers in your 3. Got you.
Primarily for that Rangers is why it gets that 3. So
Got
for
you.
obvious reasons for me. Number 2, I'm actually going Philly.
Philly. Okay. I'm actually not mad at that decision because I think that very, very tough crossover. Like I said, you could do a lot with that. Like I said, this is Elk Dot. If you can complete this pack, I think I might just have to come and shake your hand.
Yeah, if
I'm
Elcott
have to come and shake your hand.
completes his pack and gets 1,000,000 shipments of that box, that's crazy. And then number 1 for me is actually the first one you showed off, Boston.
Yeah, I was wondering because you had looked at that one. You said, "Man, I really like how that came together."
That Bruins, I think, is the number 1 hat for me.
You know what? And I'm not mad at that take. I really do like the Boston Bruins as well. Surprised no DC. I think that he said I'm gonna try Knicks is always the priority. So for me, let's see which route I'm gonna go. So in my number 3 slot, I'm going to go. I think I'm gonna go Minnesota, man. I
Okay.
really like this as a
Not mad at
combo.
it.
it grew on me. Like when I saw it and I actually unboxed these before the show, I was like, yeah, this is definitely going to be tough. So we got that there. Number 2 in my 2 slot, I'm definitely going to have let me see here. Do I have anything? My 2 slot. I think I'm gonna go Boston and the Bruins as like in the
Okay.
Celtics in my 2 slot. But my number 1, um, call me a sucker for the
That's
hype.
what I
Number
thought you were
1,
gonna do. Yeah,
the
this was.
Bay, and this one right here, like just as a pack
Yep.
together, this is just crazy. I
Yep.
love this together.
This was very much in the consideration for me for top three for
Mhm.
sure.
No,
So
there.
and yes, you were right. There is a DC. There is a
Yes,
DC flash.
there is
So
there's a DC. So this is your DC right here. So this is your 2. So you
the
have the.
DC goes hard. It's a Screaming Eagle colorway.
Mhm.
Yeah, that back hit is insane.
So that's
So
for that's for the Wizards in the Capitals colorway, and this is the Capitals in this is the Bullets. So this is when the Washington Wizards used to be the Bullets. So
mhm.
if you're like, oh man, I've never seen those unis before, it's because they were Bullets uniforms.
Yeah.
So the Mavs one's dragging the Stars. I mean, you know what's funny? I really feel like I kind of look at this because we were having this conversation earlier just about trading cards. I kind of feel like the crossover pack is going to be a little bit like trading cards. Like I could see people saying, "I want to trade you for this one out of my
Yeah.
pack for what you have out of your pack." So I
Yeah,
think.
honestly, and then, like, if you get this before the pull-up and you go to the pull-up in Phoenix,
Mhm,
next Friday, um, like, this could be a good opportunity to buy, sell, trade,
mhm.
a lot of the, a lot of the pack if you wanna, like, try like, exactly what you said, like, with those cards, so
Agreed. So yes, guys. So the all 22 of the NBA NHL crossover. Yes, we were not exaggerating. You guys basically are going to be having those tomorrow, as in May the 29th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Remember, you get these as 2. You cannot split them. You cannot choose different sizes for each of the teams that you're getting. One size for both. $110 shipped to you. Like Austin said, $75 and up is free shipping. So all of these will be free shipping if unless you want to just get your hats to yourself quicker.
mhm.
Then we can help you there. So that's that. So now that we've wrapped that, now we can go on to this is a variety pack that's going to be dropping. This is the 30th, right,
Yep,
Austin?
Friday the 30th.
Friday the 30th. So we got a cool I'm gonna show the hats that I have on in hand. I think for this one, Austin, we may have one that we don't have in hand, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll see,
we'll see.
I'll
Yeah.
double check for you. Let's breeze through these
We'll breeze through
variety
these.
packs.
Got you. So up first, we have the City Connect, Boston Red Sox. I know a lot of you guys have been talking about we don't have Boston Red Sox hat. Well, we heard you and giving you guys some more opportunities. So you have a white flag instead of a tonal, red button up top. This is a navy tonal crown, so navy crown color, navy top visor, gray UV black guts on the interior. Obviously, you have the MLB. No hat club badge on this one, and this is made in Bangladesh. So
I don't
Bangladesh.
know, I don't get how this is City Connect.
I
'Cause
don't
their City
either.
Connects are the green monsters.
Yeah, so I think that Boston has multiple city connects. I want to say I
Mhm.
don't know. Like, chat, correct me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, I think this is a good daily. So if you're looking for a good daily and it's a Boston, here you go.
Sounds
Next,
good, Flash. Looking forward to it.
mhm. Next up, we have a good two tone. Well, good two tone for everybody else in the chat except for Austin. So good two tone New York Yankees here. Good rose. So this
Mhm.
rose is actually metallic green, and there's metallic pewter in the actual petals of the rose. So red crown color, black top visor, black top button, white for the front raised logo for the New York Yankees. On the side, we have the 1939 All Star Game, New York MLB All Star Game. Bataman is basically going to be the same combination of colors that are on your rose, so that metallic green and that metallic pewter. This is a gray UV black guts hat club badge on the inside. And this one is also, well, no, this one is actually made in China. Very, very solid,
Yeah.
very, very nice hat. Very clean. And these will be releasing Friday, guys. So these will be releasing the day after these. Um, Austin, if you got to hurl at any time during this slew of show offs, I completely understand.
Yeah, yeah. It's not the greatest variety pack for me.
So next up, we have another New York Yankee, black and white. So this is not navy, this is black. Tonal black, so black crown, black visor, black button. New York Yankees with the heart. 1999 World Series on the side patch are your traditional 1999 colors. You have your black, you have your white, and you have your red for the Batterman. This is a gray UV. This is a black gut. No hackle badge on the inside. This is made in China. Boom. There you go.
Dope.
So I got these hats looking crispy. Hey, listen, I was in the lab working on this lighting. I was working and I was working. Test lighting greater than Ben's. I'm crying. Um, so next up we have another gray two-tone Yankee. So here, this is a navy top crown color, brown, more of like a toasted, thick toasted peanut, I think. Please, GCP Warriors, correct me if I'm wrong on the colors, but basically a little bit more of a brown top visor color, brown top button, and you have the 1996 World Series here. Very, very, decked out. You have metallic copper in there, metallic red. You have metallic copper lines in the globe. Very, very nice. You have your white, so red, white, and blue Batterman traditional, gray UV, black guts, no hat club badge on the inside. This one is made in China. Bam, there you go. Facts, facts, Grimbo. This is definitely the Aki way, the Aki way pack, if you will. Sans the Boston, of course.
And
So this
so you are missing one
I
out of
am
this
missing one.
one.
Okay.
Yep. So this one also dropping on Friday, May 30th at 8 a.m. on this one, chat. All of these plus a light blue UV. So Icy Dodgers 40th anniversary side patch with a flame front logo,
Yeah.
two-tone navy black.
I think we may or may not. I want to say that somebody, one of the designers, has put it on their IG. I can't remember who at the moment, but I think that's been shown. But yes, those all guys will be dropping variety packs for these. Do we have a time on these? Do we want to give the people
8
a time?
a.m. 8
8
a.m.
a.m. So that's 8 a.m. Pacific, right?
8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Okay, perfect. So this is a good little smooth. Well, 4 hats in hand. So it'll be a 5-pack that will be releasing this Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Hat Club app, hatclub.com. For variety packs, you could typically just go ahead and go to the new arrivals page to see what we got coming out that's new.
Yeah, and then that closes it out for May for us.
It does, yeah. That's
So
the last pack of May, and
that
then
is the last pack of May.
mm-hmm.
And then June 1st, we have a color story getting into the mix.
Yep, and then
On Sunday, June 1st.
Yep. So these are, I mean, if you guys, we call them evergreens, we call it color stories, but essentially the same idea. You're having hats that are in a very ubiquitous amount.
Right.
We have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 different styles in there. So you have a black and graphite. So we're
All
going to start.
plain Janes.
Yep, all plain Janes. And I think these are, again, very good dailies. I think these are ones that you guys will like. I believe that there's a mixture of NHL as well as MLB in these. So let's go ahead and get started. So up top, we're going with the Detroit Red Wings. I know a lot of us have been talking about wanting to see this as a plain Jane. Well, here you guys go. Good two-tone. So black crown color, graphite top visor, graphite button. These are gray UVs, black guts, Hackler badge on the inside with the NHL there. I believe all of these are, yes, made in China. And then here on the back hit, you have the white with the black for the shield. And I believe that the interior of that, the interior of that's just white and black. There's no metallics in the back hit, but there is pewter in that front hit for the Detroit Red Wings logo. Very, very tough. So then that's number one. We're just going to kind of breeze through these guys. So next up, we have the Chicago Blackhawks. So again, all these are plain Janes. Tonal New Era. White and black for the shield for NHL. Come on, camera focus. Bam, there we go. Gray UV black guts. Made in China. That's number 2. Number 3, we have the, like you said, it's Shark Week. Bam, we have the San Jose Sharks. Here again, same colors. Right there, right there. Gray UV black guts, made in China. Bow. This one, I think, is going to get people out of their seats a little bit. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, or LA Angels, whatever floats your boat. So this actually is, so the interior of this Angels is all metallic silver, as a matter
Oh,
of fact, as
dope.
well as the halo. So this one is a little bit different. I know there's like, oh, skip through the planers, but this one is actually really tough. This is definitely one of my favorites if I had a top three. Plain Jane, like the rest of them. Two-tone Batterman here, so you have that basically that almost that pewter color with the black with the white, gray UV, black guts, also made in China.
Yeah, I
Very
think people
clean.
would be surprised. Like I know I say it a lot about the A-frames, but like with like that, people would be surprised by the A-frame numbers that we put out, but I think they'd also be surprised by plain Jane numbers as well. Like plain
Exactly.
Jane numbers have skyrocketed this year for some
Yep,
reason.
definitely. Next up, we have the San Diego Padres with the SD interlock. Both of these are the same. Both of the letters are the same color, so white. Same features of the rest of the hat. Plain Jane, tonal new air flag, gray UV, black guts, made in China. Again, I feel like if you are a hat collector, I feel like having hats like these are good because these are things that just go well with everything. So definitely don't want to skip out on the good old plain Janes, good old PJs. Next up, Ben's idea of who's going to be the 2025 World Series champions, the Detroit Tigers. Very good front logo, side patch combination, banner on the back, gray UV, black guts, made in China. Can't go. Yeah, exactly. You cannot go wrong with these. This is definitely, if you want daily drivers, here you go. Chicago White Sox here. Again, same features. Tonal New Era flag, two-tone Batterman, gray UV black guts, made in China. As Ben would say, the only team in Chicago. Next up, Austin's favorite franchise, the New York Yankees. Got that here as well. Two-tone. So you got the black, you got the gray, top visor, two-tone Batterman, made in China. Going through these, if I'm breezing through these, it's because I'm definitely trying to. Next up, we have the interior. This Detroit, good lord, this Arizona D-backs. I think, like I said, I look at this a lot like the Angels. Definitely one of my favorites out of the pack. I like the gradient on the inside of the Diamondbacks logo here. Gray UV black guts, two-tone Batterman, made in China. I kind of let the camera set a little bit so you guys could
Hmm.
see that. Very, very clean. I do like that. I think this is gonna liven Austin a little bit up. We have your New York Metropolitans here. It's a hat for a very, very
That is the epitome of an everyday wearer.
I couldn't believe or even ask you why you would say that, Austin. It can't be because of the team on the front. But very good. New York Mets right here, plain Jane, all the features that we've seen before. Made in China. Bow. Next up, Gigantes. Shouts out to the Bay. San Francisco Giants. Good two-tone here, Chief, if you're here. I think this will be a good daily driver for you, my boy. Two-tone Batterman. White on the interior of that. Gray UV black guts. Made in China. Moment of silence for Ben's Oakland Athletics that are now just the Athletics until they find a new home. So here we got the black crown, black top visor, black crown, graphite top visor, graphite button, two-tone Batterman here, made in China. Definitely daily drivers. My boys, good old Atlanta Braves here.
Hmm.
This is definitely one I think I can see myself picking up. It's good.
Hmm.
Actually do not have a tonal black Atlanta, so I think this will be a good.
Really?
I do not, and I definitely need to grab one. So next time we do black domes or something like that, please urge
Damn.
me to go do that. But again, plain Jane, tonal new era, all the features are the same for the MLBs, gray UV black guts, made in China. Sacramento A's. Oh, you better not hear Ben. You better not let Ben hear you say that. Next up, shouts out to the Houston Stros. Houston showed me a lot of love on my last drop, so I'm gonna always show you guys love whenever come here. Unless we're playing you guys in the World Series again, then it's all bets are off. But very very nice interior on that star. The H is like triple white essentially. Stros star. I
Hmm.
think the star really makes this hat pop. No side patch. Tonal new era. Two-tone Batterman here, gray UV, black guts, made in China. About and last but certainly not least, best of AZ and the guys, get your booze ready. We have the Los Angeles Dodgers. Nothing really much more to say about this hat. I'm not salty because they beat us in the beginning of the year and we had them down for multiple innings. But we live, we live, and we grow, we move on. So really good two-tone every day. Gray UV, black guts, two-tone Batterman, made in China.
I agree with that, Grambo. I think a block S would have been nice in this pack.
I
too.
was actually surprised by that the Block S didn't make it, but I think that the teams that they did select were good. I like the Angels. I definitely like the Diamondbacks, and I do like the Houston Astros. I feel like with those logos, because of the dimensions, we have that. So all 15 of these bad boys are going to be dropping on Sunday, the usual time. So
8 a.m. Pacific on those
8 a.m. Okay, so glad because see, I was already programmed. So 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You get your pick of the litter of these daily drivers, the Color Story two-tone, I think black and graphite. Definitely go grab those and pick them up. Can I show them all again? Absolutely not, Bobcat.
Yeah, we got
You
too much show to
definitely
go through
scrub.
still. We're lagging behind here. But yeah, and then I think it was Best of AZ asked if there's any snakeheads coming. I believe so. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the next month or so, but I am also planning one. I got the green light on a future project today, so
yeah,
I'm stoked by that.
I think Chad will be excited when he can reveal the details of that project for sure.
Yep.
All right. And then next up, I think do you want me to just keep showing the rest of what I have in hand? And then
well, I'll so also dropping Sunday, we have a slew of new A-frame 940s dropping. So 29 in total. I have images of 0 of them. So unfortunately I can't show them off to you guys, but there's a good mix. So like that I Heart Otani hat that you might have seen Jorge and John post. That's one that's going to be available. There's a lot of Dodgers, a lot of Tokyo series, a lot of Lakers dropping. And then there's a good mix of like random teams dropping as well. So there's Cubs, there's ASU for college, there's Suns, there's the Phillies, there's a Los Mets, there's 3 Mets actually dropping. So there's a Steelheads hat, Jackie Robinson script, Cubs again. So lots of options on Sunday for either the good everyday wearers with the graphite two-tones, or you can pick up an A-frame in a number of teams. So
1000%. Yep. So then that brings us into the next variety pack.
Monday,
no, actually that brings
which
us into
I had to show off my screen again. We don't have any these in hand. So let me try and bring this up. We have a nice massive variety pack of NHL product. So first up, we got Pucky's back. So Kelly Green on this one with a white interior pucky, albino pucky, with the yellow outline there and yellow top button. Let's see. Is it gonna I wonder if it's gonna let me do this. Son of a bitch. It's not. I'm gonna have to literally.
You're gonna have to like keep on going out every single time to pull up a new picture.
Yeah. Oh, God, that's so annoying. So that's a pucky that's dropping. Let me see if there's a way for. I don't care if you guys see what the file is named. So let me see if I can just share the entire screen here. Boom. All right. So I'm going to go through these one by one. So we have that pucky. There it is. Good looking crown. Good gray on that one. We have, and then there's a back hit to that. So there's a pucky. We have, what team is this?
I think that's the Panthers, I want to say.
This has got to be the Panthers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Given that colorway.
Yep, definitely.
Yep, Florida Panthers, 93 alternative on this one.
Okay. Very nice. I do like that.
Very, very good crown there. Back hit NHL. Minnesota North Stars here.
Mm-hmm.
Good looking crowns.
Yep.
Let's see if I can make that bigger. Back hit there.
Yep.
San Jose Sharks. We gotta update the tally. Ben's gotta
Yeah, we
update the
definitely do
tally
need
for us
to.
next week. We got another San Jose Sharks coming, but that's a sick logo.
I do like that logo also. It's definitely giving me like if I didn't look at the back and see there's an NHL, it definitely makes me think of like an MLB logo.
Right.
That's for sure.
It's kind of an orca whale there.
Yeah,
Call
I
that the
agree with
Free
that.
Willy.
Free Willy.
And there you good look at the back logo there. Calgary Flames on this one. So this is a very, very vibrant yellow crown hat, black upper visor there. But
Yep.
good looking hat.
Yeah, I do
These,
like.
I believe, are all good grays.
Yes, I think probably similar to the other evergreens that we showed.
Yep, Calgary Flames logo on the back instead of NHL shield on the back.
Mm.
Dope Pittsburgh Pirates.
Is that lavender?
Penguins here. What's that? It is lavender.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Let's see. Let me see oh no, this is light blue, light navy.
Light blue night navy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
really
it's
do
not
like that.
lavender. It's light blue, light navy. So very, very clean Penguins hats there.
Mm-hmm.
Good green on this one. So I believe these are all greens and grays.
Mm-hmm.
Good look at the back shield there. Another Sharks. Just in case you were missing out on some Sharks product, we got it again. So this is a good everyday wear on this one. Good gray UV on this,
Yep.
and like just very, very traditional kind of stock esque looking hat there. So with those 12 hats, we'll be dropping on let's see here. Those 12 hats will be dropping on Monday
Yep.
at
Mm-hmm.
8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. And what we didn't show are some restocks. So I know I didn't show 12 hats there. There are some restocks. So there's an Islanders Navy
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be restocking, a Buffalo Sabres that's going to be restocking, a Detroit Red Wings that's going to be restocking,
Mm-hmm.
and what's the other one I'm missing? Another Sharks that will be a restock as well. So those 12 hats in totals will be dropping on Monday, but those are all the new ones that I showed off that will be dropping.
Cool. Yep. And if you guys thought we were taking it easy on your wallets, guess again. So June the 3rd, we have another variety pack that's coming at you guys. This one will be dropping at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So first up, very good pinky. Houston Astros right here, open star with the Astros logo. Excuse me, Astros script on the bottom. Side patch, we have the 2005 World Series, and this is the so kind of similar to the hats that we showed during the site sleeper segment. To here with the black and almost that like brick red there. Batterman, it's going to be that combination of brick red, black, as well as like bone. So this isn't white, ladies and gentlemen. This is more of like a bone, like so, like almost like a seashell. Think of it that way. Like I said, pink UV, black guts. I think this is Los Brims, Los Brims creation. So shouts out to him on that.
Shit! All right, nice.
Yeah, very, very. Was that Lou Brims? Excuse me, Lou Brims. This is a Lou Brims creation. So shouts out to him for this. Very, very solid Stros like that. So that's number one. Next up, I already know the boos are coming. Here we go. Bam. Showtime. Basically it's showtime. So good LA Dodgers here. So you have the royal blue crown, royal blue top visor, white button. This is a plain Jane, so nothing on the side. It is a tonal new era flag on this side. Back hit's going to be LA instead of the MLB. As we're used to seeing. Gray UV, black guts, Hat Club badge on the inside. There we go. Made in China, I believe. Yeah, this is made in China. And then also Lou Brims' Yeah, Lou Brims is Astros is also made in China. Hecho in China. If you haven't seen enough San Jose Sharks hats, we got you covered. Good here, two-tone. So we got a purple crown, black top visor, black button, side patch here. I really like this side patch against this color. Very, very nice. 97 National Hockey League All-Star game. Here you have more of like that steely blue on the back that kind of matches the teal that we see in the front logo with the NHL. This is white. It's not metallic silver, so you have almost that teal with the white. Gray UV, black guts, hat club badge on the inside with the NHL badge on the inside. Hecho in China. Bam.
Yep.
There you
Hell yeah.
go.
I like
Oh
that one
my.
a lot though. Even though we've shown off a lot of sharks, I like that purple
Yeah.
black combo.
Very, very nice. I do like that as well. Somebody said we don't make Rays hats. Well, we're gonna make you a liar tonight. Good two-tone Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
That's a restock too.
And it's a restock. Yeah, I was like, I feel like I've seen this one before, but
Mm-hmm.
you got the good gradient within the Devil and then within the Rays. Then we got the Manta underneath the Rays with the tail obviously going out as like an underline. Like I said, chrome white for the top visor. I mean, for the top crown color, purple for the top button, purple for the top visor, gray UV, black guts, white taping, heckler badge on the inside, made in China. And then here's the batterman as well. So you have that purple and green combination with the white in there.
Mm-hmm.
Very clean. Vibe Conda, I'm surprised that one hasn't reared its head yet, but yes, I think that one would be a panico. I think a lot of people would like that one. For those that are not Los Angeles Dodgers faithful, I'm sorry for the next three. Just saying. Next up, we have this tonal LA Dodgers with the palm trees in and around the LA. Top button is blue, but the crown and top visor are black. Gray UV. This is a plain Jane with a tonal New Era flag here. Back hit is also LA, which I think is interesting because if you recall the Showtime, the LA was the back hit instead of the MLB team, and I think that's a really nice touch here. Gray UV, black guts, heckler badge on the inside, made in China. That's number one. Number two, Dodgers here. You have a navy and red with a baby blue button up top.
Mm.
So red LA Dodgers, gray UV, black guts, and black taping. This is also a plain Jane, so no side patch, but a good tonal New Era flag right there. This one surprises us a little bit with the surprises essentially a little bit with the Batterman instead of the LA. I like where Vibe Conda's mind is at. Definitely thought that too when I saw this. Definitely thought of the team that is the redheaded stepchild to the Los Angeles Lakers out in California. Definitely a good another unintended crossover. I'm assuming there. So another good one made in China. And then last but certainly not least, we have a good everyday, solid everyday wear. Upside down LA. Think kill the hype essentially, but in that same style with the upside down. Here we have the Dodger Stadium side patch here, the 40th. Then here we have the Batterman. So this Batterman is actually brown with that Dodger blue on that side with the white. For the inside, this is a gray UV, black guts, black taping. No Heckler badge on the inside of this one, but it is still made in China. I like this kind of camel with the brown combination. I do agree with chat that this is a very, very nice Dodgers hat. So, and did I miss any with that one, Austin?
Let's see. How many did you show off? 8?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Showed 7 off.
So you were missing out, I believe, on D-backs.
Yes.
So there's a black, white, and gold D-backs City Connect hat that will be releasing at that time as well, which we do not have images for, unfortunately.
Got you. So essentially, it was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that these 8 variety pack hats will be dropping on the 3rd of June. That would be 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hack Club app, hackclub.com. Go get you some. And then that brings us to our last variety pack of the night, which will actually be, these will be dropping the day of recap next week. So that will be June the 4th. So nice little pack here. So, you know, a lot of you guys, you know, variety packs for some people are like, I don't know. But this one, I'm kind of feeling. So you got the, or not even kind of feeling, I'm feeling it a lot. So you have the World Series champion Arizona D-backs in 2001, This is a plain Jane in the sense that there's no side patch. So tonal new era flag on this side. Batterman here, you got copper, you got metallic gold, and you have black. If you look at, and what is actually a really good detail on here is that it's a flip. So on the front logo, if you see here, it's white, metallic copper, metallic gold, and on the back Batterman, it's black, metallic gold, and metallic copper. So
Ah,
I think that was a nice flip, a nice detail there. Um, Gray UV, black guts, and there's also a purple button for the D-backs up top. I put this in the same category as that All-Star game with the cactus hats. I think this is one that's going to fly off the shelves. Very, very nice. This is dropping on June the 4th for those that are wanting to ask inevitably when that's dropping. So that's number
mhm.
one. Number two, another interesting, giving me green martini vibes, but or pink martini vibes, excuse me. So we have this very, very interesting LA here. You got the lavender in there with the flower. You have almost like it's basically pink, and there's like a little bit of something different going on the on the outside of that outline of the LA. I'm not sure if it's actually really picking it up, but it looks like it's almost like an iris
Mm.
in there. I'm trying to see really what it looks like. Yeah, it definitely does look like it's iris. So the iris here is actually irising. This is a plain Jane. Next up, you have a tonal New Era flag on the side. Batterman is going to be a combination of that's iris. So that is iris. So you have iris, then you have that almost lavender on the other side, and you have the tonal green of the crown over here. Or the green is a little bit darker. It's not the same as the crown. Pink UV, black guts, and then Heckler badge on the inside. And these are made in China. So this one and the D-backs are made in China. Very good. Yeah, Grandpa, I like it. I think like the iris in here really, really is a nice touch on the outline as well as throughout the hat. Very, very nice. Speaking of a team that I'm sure that Ben would have to retch off camera to talk about, the Boston Bruins. Good two-tone here. So off-white crown color, black top visor, black button. Very, very nice side patch here. So obviously we were talking
Yeah.
about the Boston Bruins earlier, but this clover, very, very nice. Metallic green in there, metallic copper underneath. Very, very nice. And then the Boston Bruins. This is not metallic gold. This is more of like a maize. Very, very nice color right here. Kelly Green UV. Black guts, Heckler badge on the inside with the NHL patch on the sweatband. White taping here, but still black guts. Made in China. I'm definitely going to give you guys the opportunity to digest this side patch again because that's
Oh, I don't disagree, Grambo. That's a good way to dub it.
yeah. I think I would call it that as well. Shouts out Adam. Shouts out to Adam. And then and this one is going to be again for those that are not Los Angeles Dodgers faithful. I apologize in advance. Next up, we have a black and light blue two-tone all gold LA Dodgers front logo with a green and metallic red rose. Blue top button to match the top visor right there. This is also a plain Jane with a tonal New Era flag on the side. Your
Very
batterman is going to be essentially blue, metallic gold, and white. This is white. This isn't like a bone or seashell. Good Lord, dolphin gray or gray UV, black guts, hat club badge on the inside. You also have the MLB patch on the sweatband, made in China.
giving me UCLA vibes.
Definitely. Something was brewing with that hat.
Oh,
And then next up, you can't you know, some might say it was a Trojan horse, the first hat that I showed. It's we're at the end of the show. The dad jokes are coming. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. So we have a all gold LA Dodgers front logo with the metallic green and the metallic red. Obviously you have that Trojan red up top, cardinal, if you want to be specific. Cardinal for the top button as well. This is also a plain Jane. And I think the dead giveaway here of a team that maybe could possibly be in Southern California is on the Batterman. You have that Cardinal, you have that metallic gold, and you have that white. Gray UV, black guts, Heckler badge on the inside. Bam. Made in China. I feel like someone's been asking for us to do more USC stuff. So whoever that was, we heard you.
yep.
Call
Hell
this the
yeah.
Reggie Bush. I don't know if I would call it the I don't know. I think I would call it the juice. I think I would just either call it the Reggie Bush or the Matt Leinart. If you
Yeah,
will.
the Matt Leinart. Yeah.
or the Mark Sanchez, depending on what you want to do. But
Buffalo Bills legend Matt Leinart. Let's put that
exactly. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got all of these right. Austin, I don't think there was any left.
No, I think you nailed all those. Do you have a Chicago in there? A White Sox?
I do not. So that was the one that I was
Yep.
missing.
Yeah, so there will
Okay.
be a White Sox dropping that day. That is black, brown, and black and brown two tone. 125th anniversary there.
Yep. So definitely there. So you got a good 6-pack variety pack coming at you guys next week, Wednesday. So the day of recap, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Hat Club app, hatclub.com. Make sure you go grab it. But I have a feeling like everybody's going to be very hyper focused on tomorrow, but some great hats releasing between now and then. If you're a 940 aficionado, we got you covered. If you're a 5950 aficionado, we got you covered. Anything you need, we got you.
Yeah. Happy copping out there to everybody that's trying to go for the official first time official NBA crossover, NBA NHL crossover product from our friends at New Era Cap. Beautiful box that you get for displaying the goods. So that will be included with every order. $110. But you get 2 hats, you get a pretty box. Hopefully you get free shipping. I need to confirm that for you guys. I'll put out a tweet tomorrow to double confirm that, and I'll probably say something in Discord too. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but I don't want to speak on behalf of everybody else.
Agreed.
So so good stuff. Good stuff all around.
A lot of a lot of hats shown tonight. Big shouts out to you guys for sticking through the episode. If you missed anything and you need to go back and check out some things like, oh man, I want to see that crossover combo that they showed off. When this goes live, scroll back through, show it off, pick your favorites. Tweet at us, tag us, tell us what you're going for tomorrow. We love to hear that. My bold prediction is that even though these hats are 110, I don't see the crossovers making it into the weekend. I do not.
Oh.
I do not see these making it into the weekend. I think with the pull up coming up next week or next weekend, and just everything else that we got going on, I just really don't see it. I just really don't see these living through the weekend. Oh, we forgot to also mention. Shouts out to Mr. Nice Pair. Pop is having a
Yes.
NoHo exclusive.
Let me pull that up actually.
Yep. It's a good little 2-pack. We always like to remember, our collaborators and those that are working with the store in any capacity and releasing products. So we definitely wanted to show Mr. Nice Pair some love. Shouts out to Popper for his drop that's coming out. If you're in the NoHo area, if you're near Bond Street and Broadway, one might say that you might want to beat it there, because if you don't, these might be gone. And it's like, but I think just from the execution of just a promo and everything that he's done, I think that he did a really, really good job with that, especially with the glove, putting that next to the hat. Obviously there's some, if you're watching and paying attention, you're seeing those details. But shouts out to Mr. Nice Pair, man, has done really good things with Hat Club NoHo prior. I expect this drop to be no different. Definitely sending him big sold out energy. I'm hoping you guys go up and pick up the 2-pack from him. One of those is a Hat Club original icy. I think the 2-tone off-white, or it looks stone. I'll have to double check the colors on that, but I think it's a stone and black 2-tone icy. And then I think the other one is a black, black tonal with
Black
the red button.
tonal. Yeah, black solid crown, orange button, I believe, on top.
Or I think it looks red or orange, whichever. And both of those do come with side patches. He's like released some promo and some videos with them as well. So definitely make sure y'all cop. NoHo exclusive means these hats are only going to be available at the NoHo store. So if you're not in the New York area, tell a friend to help you out, hook you up. We can't facilitate that, but hopefully, you guys can get that done. So big shouts out again to Mr. Nice Pair. Go pull up this weekend. Go show love. Have a good time. And of course, the Cabra himself, AB's Para Mi Gente pack. So obviously we released these back earlier in the month of May, but these are now hitting the stores. So NoHo the same day that they're also going to be releasing Mr. Nice Pair's 2-pack. They're also going to be releasing all 6 styles of the Para Mi Gente. So the Phillies, the D-backs, the Angels, the Orioles, the Twins,
And
and
Astros.
the Astros will be available at both NoHo as well as LA. And rumor has it, the man himself may actually be at LA. So if you want to get your hat signed, tickets are a little bit pricey. I understand, we're in economic times, but may want to fly out and meet the man himself. 1000%.
Yeah, so six styles at NoHo and LA.
Mm-hmm.
And then AZ is getting the Arizona exclusives, or they're getting the D-backs
Mm-hmm.
for their run of hats. So
Mm-hmm.
AZ, I believe, drops tomorrow. I want to
Mm.
say
I think
in
so. Yeah.
store. Check
Yep.
the store account to double confirm that, but I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure they drop tomorrow in store. So check out Hat Club PHX to confirm that info for me. But then the NoHo in LA will be getting a larger treatment there, so it's gonna be a good time,
Yeah.
especially in LA. NoHo's gonna have a good time too with that
Mhm.
double drop. So I think
Yep.
everything's gonna fly. So
1000%. Yeah. And for those that don't know our store account, so that's Hat Club PHX for Phoenix, Hat Club LA for our LA store, and then Hat Club NoHo for our NoHo store. So definitely tap in with those stores, follow them, turn the notification bell on so when things drop, you can know what's going on and what's happening. And yeah, June is definitely gonna be trouble.
mhm,
Rumor has it I might actually be up in New York myself if you've been paying attention to my
mhm.
IG posts. But we got a lot of time between now and then to get into that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
A
it's a long
lot of
trip.
familiar faces happening in multiple locations in June.
Mm-hmm.
June is pretty stacked, not gonna lie. And then some of you have been following what Freddie's up to on his accounts for that little sneak preview of what he's got cooking
Mm-hmm.
for June. I think I said July earlier. I meant to say June.
Yeah.
Um, so June is an absolutely stacked month as well. I know we told it to you multiple times, folks. We weren't kidding. May, June, July does not slow down.
It
So
is not.
hope you guys have gotten your shekels in place, is all I'm going to say.
Listen, I think and for those that are wondering, oh man, Tef, when are you gonna do things again? Well, next month and maybe even another time after that. The All-Star
Mhm.
game is in Atlanta, and I do love my hometown Braves. So good things on the horizon. Big shouts out to everybody that's collaborating with the brand, that has hats on the way that are releasing. Shouts out to you guys again for selling out the ambassador pack. We appreciate it. We greatly love you guys for that, and all the love you showed us during May. You clearly love hats. We love making them. So it's like a match made in heaven almost.
Warrior 408 asked if there's any Sharks hats in June, and sir, you should have been paying attention because we showed about 5 of them for the
Yeah, yeah.
first 5 days of June.
Listen,
So,
we got if Shark Week is what you're looking for, how about Shark Month? We
yeah,
got
there's for the Sharks alone on the Monday the 2nd, there's 3 Sharks hats. So,
if sharks are what you like, yeah, sharks are what you're gonna get.
mhm.
But big shouts out to you guys if you made it through this show. Yes, a Sharknado will definitely be
Sharknado.
descending in June. But if you hung out with us this far into the show, I know we showed a lot of hats, did a lot of talking, had a lot of laughs. Appreciate you for hanging out with us. Like I said, run back the show if you need to see anything. Till next time and next week, guys.
Peace.
We're out of here.